Welcome to Shanmugam IAS Academy, and today's editorial analysis of 3rd February 2022. The exact topic here is from UPSC Prelims and Main, the Polity section. The Supreme Court is custodian of the equality. So what exactly this? Under this, we are going to study so many cases, important cases of Supreme Court, and what exactly is Supreme Court and Constitution, which are the articles which are related to the Supreme Court, and major importance of the Supreme Court. Everything we are going to cover in this topic today. So we'll start with one American lawyer, Miss James M. Beck, described that US Supreme Court as a lighthouse whose gracious rays of justice and liberty light up the troubled surface of the water. This is the one type of sentence which is given by an American lawyer. And also Mr. Jagannath Rao, who is a former Indian Supreme Court judge, citing Beck, that said that what is true of the American Supreme Court is equally true of the Indian Supreme Court. Actually, the American lawyer has praised about the Supreme Court of the US, and equally former Indian Supreme Court judge also cited Beck that what is true of the American Supreme Court is equally true of the Indian Supreme Court. So in the 73rd year of our republic, it is time to put this belief to test, especially in the wake of mounting majoritarianism and surging ethno-culture nationalism. So with these things, we'll start with, now we'll move into the exact topic of the Indian Supreme Court. So where exactly it derives its power from the Constitution of India, that we are going to study now. The Constitution of India promises to secure to all its citizens that justice, social, economic and political liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith and worship, equality of status and opportunity, and to promote among them all fraternity, assuring the dignity of the individual. This is what the Constitution of India promises secure to all the citizens. Exactly, these are all the things which are also there in the preamble, and these are the fundamental goals of our constitution. We must always remember that Constitution of India is a gift from we the people of India to ourselves as citizens, past, present and also the future. So, and we know that it is in its celebrated Kesavananda Bharati judgment, the Supreme Court declared that these goals to be basic structure of your constitution. What goals? Exactly the things which we have studied here, that is social justice, social, economic and political liberty of the thought, expression, belief, faith and worship, equality of status and opportunity, and to promote among them all fraternity, assuring the dignity of the individual. So this, in this case, Kesavananda Bharati case, Supreme Court declared that this is the goals are to be the basic structure of our constitution. And while creating the three organs of the state, what are the three organs? The legislature, the executive and the judiciary. The constitutional framers defined their powers and imposed limitations on them. And what is the importance of the Supreme Court in India? And in the Constitution of India, Part 5, Chapter 6, which is deals with the power, function, appointment, retirement and jurisdiction, etc. from Article 124 to Article 147 of the Supreme Court. This is what about the Supreme Court which is given in the Constitution of India. The following are the importance of the establishment of the Supreme Court. What are these exactly? Now we will study. The Supreme Court is the highest appeal court, that is also known as the apex court. Everyone in the newspapers will study the apex court. Apex court is nothing but the Supreme Court otherwise, and even the last resort where the citizens of India can seek justice if they are not satisfied with the judgment of the High Court. The citizens of India, as per Article 32 of the Constitution, can even directly sort of remedy through writs if their fundamental rights are violated. If their fundamental rights are violated, with the writs, a citizen of India can move to either Supreme Court or the High Court in under Article 32. The writ petitions can be filed. The Supreme Court has judicial power that is being vested through Article 13. The judicial power, judicial review. So, judiciary, the Supreme Court has judicial review power that is being vested through the Article 13 of the Constitution. These are all the preliminary questions they can ask, but nowadays we can expect in any of the options from the questions. The judicial review is comes under the Article 13, and writ petition, the writs comes under the Article 32. So, which means the Supreme Court has the power to strike down any legislation and executive action if such acts are found to be inconsistent with the Constitution of India. So it has the power. It has the power of judicial review, where it has the power to strike down any legislation and executive action if acts are found inconsistent with the Constitution of India. But it declared that right to privacy, a fundamental right, decriminalize consensual sexual conduct between the adults and the same sex of the same sex, and recognize the transgender persons as the third gender, and outlawed the triple talaq. These are all the things where comes under the right to privacy. So these decisions are belief in the republican values like liberty and equality, which is refined in the our constitution. So the topic here exactly, the Supreme Court is the custodian of the equality. Why exactly is that? Because the Granville Austin, a distinguished constitutional scholar, said that Supreme Court is custodian of the equality and the law that lies at the heart of country's constitutional democracy. This is one point. This is said by Mr. Granville Austin. And unless the court strives in every possible way to assure that the constitution, the law applies fairly to all the citizens, the court cannot be said to have fulfilled its custodial responsibility. So this is what he was told, and the court should perform its constitutional duty of being a formidable counterforce to brute majoritarianism. So the power of judicial review is that the Chief Justice of India, now the N.V. Ramana, calls as critical to democracy should be exercised assiduously, or else India hard fought constitutional democracy would be in grave peril. This is what is told by the current Supreme Court Chief Justice of India, N.V. Ramana, has told about the judicial review, which comes under the Article 13 in the Constitution. And what are some of the important cases gathering dust in the Supreme Court are as follows. These cases are like to be important. The articles which I have explained, and where and which articles just tells about the Supreme Court also important, which we have discussed here. So now we will see about some of the cases. So first deluge, that is petitions is filed before the Supreme Court challenging the constitutionality of the Citizenship Amendment Act of 2019 that provides non-Muslim communities from the Bangladesh, Pakistan, Afghanistan a fast-track route to Indian citizenship, but more than 2 years later the matter continues to languish in the apex court. This was still in the apex court. So this was Citizenship Amendment Act, because every non-Muslim communities are welcomed into the country from Bangladesh, Pakistan and Afghanistan, and Muslims are not given this thing. And more than 2 years later the matter continues to be in the apex court, and second, innumerable petitions have been filed for challenging the presidential order of August 15, that is 2019, which effectually diluted Article 370 of the Constitution and split this Jammu and Kashmir into two union territories. And this to date the court has done precious little to decide this vexed a question of law. This is also in the Supreme Court. And third, petitions challenging the constitutionality of the Constitution, that is 103rd Constitutional Amendment Act. So in prelims the questions can be asked, what the 103rd Constitutional Amendment Act of 2019 provides what exactly? That provides the reservations in the public educational institutions and government jobs for economically weaker sections are also languishing in the Supreme Court. This is what about the 103rd Constitutional Amendment Act of 2019. And fourth is a momentous case, which is Vivek Narayan Sharma versus Union of India is in the Supreme Court for more than 5 years. So this case exactly relates to the legality of demonetization of all 500 rupees, 500 and rupees 1000 notes aimed at curbing black money. This case is there in Supreme Court of India for more than 5 years. And it was the most audacious economic experiment, the life of the Indian Republic, that went horribly wrong, because more than 99% of the cash came back into the banking system according to the Reserve Bank of India. This is not told by anyone. This is told by the Reserve Bank of India. 99% of the cash, when at the demonetization time, it came back into the banking system. So fifth is the Supreme Court has failed to accord proper hearing in the last 4 years to the constitutional challenge to the electoral bond scheme. This is also one of the case. So what are the black marks that has need for rectification is the Vidhi Center for Legal Policy has developed excellent comprehensive tracker of all the pending cases before the 5-judge, 7-judge and 9-judge constitutional benches of the Supreme Court. So the cases cannot be decided till the legal issues in the main cases before the constitutional benches are addressed. So it cannot be decided until the constitutional benches, the main cases before the constitutional benches are addressed. and the powers are vested upon the Supreme Court that are to ensure the fair trial in matters that are about the Constitution of India. Hence, it also protects the world's largest democratic state. So finally, in a conclusive mode, what we'll telling here is it is up to the courts to protect the citizen against the arbitrary and unlawful activities of the other arms of the government, and political control by the people is normally only exercised at election time. So here majorly what we are saying is to protect the citizen rights. The courts needs to protect the citizens against the arbitrary and the unlawful acts of the other arms of the government. So here in this topic we studied about what is Supreme Court, what exactly from where it derives its power, which articles are important here, and what are the important cases also we have discussed. So this is what about this article. So if you have any doubts and queries, just tell us in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you.